Good morning, my name is Chris Capper and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We're off of I-25 between exits 235 and 240 on the east side. And I'm just so grateful that you're here today. I know I've got a busy schedule, and being able to look at this brand new 2024 Newmar Mountain Aire 3823. We're on the Spartan K3 chassis. We have the Cummins X12 engine with 525 horsepower and 1,695 foot-pounds of torque. And the beautiful thing about this coach is just how Newmar builds it and how capable it is of getting you and your family to the camping spot that you want to get to enjoy your time out in the mountains or on the beaches or on the plains. So thank you again so much for joining me, and here we go. This, like I said, is a Newmar. This is built in 2024. We have the BASF Masterpiece paint finish, and what's so great about that is they mix it every single day, and they're putting multiple layers on this, and it's cut and buff, and it just looks so beautiful. But this is going to last for a long time. I just last week, did a video on a 2015 Newmar Essex, and it has the same type of paint, and it looks just about as good as this one does here. And that's 10 years old. So just knowing that this is a coach that you can get that'll last you for your entire camping career. Get you out there. This is also built on a really unique way of building. It's kind of the same way they build your house. They are 16 on center, and they're using two forms of insulation, batten insulation and bead foam insulation. So at least one piece of insulation will be on this house. But the key, outside of all those technical points, is what does that do for you? That's going to make it be a quieter ride when you're driving down the highway or those old country roads. But it's also going to be warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer, and it's just going to make for a better camping experience for you and your family, much more enjoyable. So again, another thing that's going to help out with that are these massive Michelin 22.5-inch tires. These are 365 by 70s, and that has that Alcoa Durbright finish right here. So this whole rim right here, our wheel, is just easy to maintain. All you got to do is wash it with just basic soap and water. And how big this tire is, what that's going to do is that's going to put more rubber between you and the road. In addition to those nice airbag rides that you're getting, it's going to make it just a much more quality, enjoyable experience. Another really great thing that you can't see, but right behind here, we have actual, the air brakes are all disc brakes. So air disc brakes on all of our wheels. So that's going to make it for a safer driving experience for you. And couple that with our 3-engine brake that we have as well. Now opening this, so you've got this nice Dometic CFX cooler, but this is more than just a cooler. First of all, this comes out really far, because when my slide is out, you can still operate this completely. And I have two sections here. So here, if I want to put my meat or party goods, I can have it two different sections. I can have this one temperature as low as -8 degrees, and I can have it up to 50 degrees. So multiple settings for you, just to make your camping experience more fun, less hassle, and just to make sure that you can cool down whatever it is that you want to cool. I've got a little bit of a space up here, and then I have 110 and 12 volt on the side, so in addition to this. And you'll notice that Newmar is putting these throughout the coach. So here I have two trays on the power slide right here. So these slide out trays will come out and just make it real easy to access what you want. So what you can see that we have right here is I have the whole house vacuum kit, and that hooks up right there, so I can clean anything below my basements or in my basements, I'm sorry, from the front to the back, and also anything on the inside of that coach, just making it a much more enjoyable way to clean everything. I've got additional porcelain tiles here for you in case there's anything that happens to them, so we can pop in additional tiles. And then also to show off this really cool coach. So if we want to come down here, you can see how this strut right here comes all the way to the edge, and that goes all the way over. So what we have here is a nice frame, and these are our rails right here. So this is above the rails, independent of the rails, and we have this truss system. And what that's doing is that's supporting all the weight from these porcelain tiles in there all the way to the actual corners of your coach. So supporting that weight, but it's translating that weight down lower beneath your rails, which is going to give you not just a better solid foundation, it's going to give you a better driving experience because it's going to lower that center point of gravity. In addition to that, Newmar has the most insulation in their coach, and that includes the basement. So right here, this entire part is insulated. I also have insulation in the doors, and this whole compartment is insulated and heated as well. So what does that mean? That means that not only do you get that better driving experience, but when you're driving down the road and it's cold and you have your Oasis dual loop hydronic heating system on, you'll actually be able to keep everything, not just in your coach, left my clipboard in there, not just in your coach warm, but also in your basement. So right here, right behind this is my 105-gallon potable water tank. Coupled with that, I have an 80-gallon gray tank and a 60-gallon black tank. But for the most part, you don't need to access that. And again, that's in my heated and insulated compartment. And then I have a space here for pegboards, so you can put your tools on there. You can bring your extra fluids that you want, your Oasis hydronics fluid, oil, any of that stuff. So you can bring all that with you. And again, everything between these two rims are these two axles is going to be heated in that. And speaking of that, just kind of go over, we're on a 38-foot 10-inch coach that's 8 feet 6 inches wide and 13 feet 2 inches tall. But what you have here is 222 inches wheelbase here, and then another 48 inches with the tag axle. And what's cool about this is a passive steer tag. On a 38-foot coach, to have a passive steer tag, that's phenomenal because it allows you to cut really tight radiuses. So when you're in a tight camping space that you need to get into or out of, this coupled with the OmniView camera that you can see all around your coach at a 360-degree angle, it is just a dream to drive. It is going to be so easy for you. If you don't have a lot of experience, this is a great starter coach for you because you're going to be able to get out where you want. You got a 525 horsepower engine. You're going to be able to pull what you want behind that up the big mountains and just get where you want to go and do it easily in comfort. So you'll notice here, since we're at the very end, I just want to point out these Girard Nova awnings. And I also have my window awnings open as well. It's all part of that package. So these have LED lights on them. Evidently I did not turn the one on that on. But what's really neat about these awnings is that they have wind sensors on, and I can keep these awnings out even though I have a little bit of wind fluttering going on. Now, I don't know if any of you guys saw me doing the video on the 2025 model back in July, but I had a 25 to 35 mile an hour wind gust come up the side of this coach, pop those awnings straight up in the air, and I eventually was able to get them back inside. After that video was done, I was able to put those in and out, and there was no issue. So the engineers at Girard have just made a fantastic product with these Nova awnings. And I wouldn't trust most awnings being open in mild to moderate wind conditions, but these I have no fear of. So moving up back here, let's get back to our engine. So this is our 15-gallon diesel exhaust fluid container, and I can fill that on either side. And something unique for Spartan that they do, that we also have this emergency suspension, so you can, utilizing these buttons, add the air that you need to for that if there's any issues. And another unique thing for the Spartan, we're on the K3 chassis again, is that not only do I have my 2 chassis batteries, but I've also got my fuel filter here, my air dryer, just a little bit easier to access some of these things here. And coming over here, I got this engine with this 525 horsepower, 1,695 foot-pounds of torque. Very easy to access right here. I've got additional air. I can hook my air hoses up to the right part right there if I need to fill up any of the tires. But what's cool is that if you need to access your engine oil, your fluids, that's all capable right here. My block heater plugs in right here. Transmission fluids I can see right here. My radiator is on the side. So my Oasis fluids right here, and you can just see like how simple this is. So if you are somebody who likes to work on your own engines, this is a great coach for you because you don't have to worry about taking off that radiator first. And a lot of people are okay with doing some of the maintenance, the minor maintenance, and then taking it in for the major stuff into like our highly certified technicians that we have here, mechanics. We'll be happy to take care of that stuff for you. But knowing that how easy this is to get to, not only is it easier for you, but it's easier for our guys too. So that's going to lower your cost of ownership because everything is easy to access. So, and then if we're looking, as I shut this, we've got this beautiful back piece right here with that BASF paint and the great different colors there. And then you'll notice right here, I've got this is my high definition camera, so I can see what's going on behind me. And then I have my toe brake right here. So this is gonna give me that air to my toe brake, so which is gonna make it a lot easier. 15,000 pound toe capacity. So combining that 15,000 pound toe capacity with the safe haul, which is what Spartan calls it, and we also have a 7-way plug, so you'll be able to tow for the most part what it is that you need to tow. And then we have this nice rock guard down here to protect you and your whatever you're towing behind you, to minimize anything from that. Here's that side radiator we were talking about earlier, and then I can fill up my diesel exhaust fluid just like I can with my diesel up front. My diesel exhaust fluid, I can fill that up on either side here. So when you're pulling into that fuel station, you don't have to worry about what side that you're getting on. So Newmar always is looking to make things easier for you, to make it last longer. Their tagline is "when you know the difference," and these are the things that they're doing. So place for sewage hose or anything else that you want to put in there that will have access to the elements. It will drain, but it'll also let things get in there like water. So here's my wet bay. So I have a power hose water reel right here, so I can pull that out, and then when I want to put it back in, all I got to do is just push this little button right here and it'll take care of that for me. Got an outside hot and cold water shower. I can access my tanks right here, my water, turn my water pump on, I can turn my lights on right here, and I can even turn my generator and mess with my gen set right here. So I have all that capability here. In addition to my gravity drain that I have right here on these for my sewer and black tank, I also have what I'm going to be using is going to be my macerator. So this is a Thetford Santicon macerator system. This goes about 20 feet from your coach, but I can also hook up up to 200 feet of hose to this. And so if I'm at friends or relatives or even my backyard and the septic tank's a little further away, you can just hook up a hose to it and drain it straight down that. So you turn that RV Santicon system on right here, and if for some reason this motor, that's what that is, goes down, you still have access to your gravity drain. So again, when you know the difference. I've got my water pump right here, super easy to access my low point drains. Whole house water filter to make sure that you're gonna have better tasting water and smelling water when you're in there. Black and gray tank. So the gray tank can get a little smelly too. So you can flush both of those as you wish. So a little place for your paper towels right here. And again, we got great seals on all of these, and this is gonna be a heated compartment. And pretty cool mechanism how that goes up. Now, not a lot to show you in here, but what is in here is really important. First, I have a automatic transfer switch that has a surge guard built into it, so you do not need to spend extra money on a surge protector. Right here, I have a 50 foot 50 amp cord on a power cord reel. So as long as you're within 50 feet, you're hooked up. You don't have to worry about, a lot of them have a 20 or 25 foot one, and then you have to have extra extension cords for that, which are heavy and expensive. With this right here, the whole thing will go in and out on that power cord reel, and I've never been at a campsite in my life where I was more than 50 feet from the power, so that should take care of you in just about every situation. One of my favorite parts of Newmar is that they've adopted the Oasis Chinook hydronic heating system, which is a dual loop configuration. So it's constantly running that hot water through your coach, keeping the inside nice and warm with that hydronic heating. That is when you have that part of it on during those hot or cold days. But we also have a dual electric burners in there. So in addition to that 50,000 BTU diesel that has a stainless steel tank as opposed to an aqua hot, which is a steel tank, the electric burners are going to have more BTU capacity than what we see in the aqua hot product. And what that means is when you're plugged in and you don't need to run that diesel, because the two electric ones are probably going to be enough for you, especially on those warmer days. So it's going to save you money because you're already paying for the electric, so why are you burning your diesel? So again, when you know the difference, Newmar takes care of you. This is a low pressure system that is a lot easier to maintain than a high pressure system such as an aqua hot. It's going to put out less exhaust, less noise, lower maintenance overall, and I think my personal experience is they seem to last longer before they have issues than some of the competitors. And here I've got 8 AGM batteries on a pullout for you. So you have a ton of energy density right there on that pullout slide out tray right there. So you do not need to worry about adding water to that. These are just no maintenance option. So really good that Newmar's included these. Here's the other side of that diesel fuel. And then coming here, and here's my chassis fuses. If any of these are bad, that's going to turn on with a red light, so it's going to automatically show me. And I've got a little piece right here that is easy to pull off and clean that windshield. And let me show you why I would do that. So that this is all running on a HWH hydraulic system. So my 2 front slides, my steps, my generator, all that's going to be on this. So let's get that open. Oh, it is. So here is hot water that's coming from that Oasis system, and it's called hot water to gin. What that's doing is I can put a hose in here and have my Oasis on, obviously, and I can spray off this windshield. So in the southeast we get love bugs, and they will coat your entire windshield. So with having that hot water spraying on that with that little windshield cleaner, super easy to fix that. So this is my oil filter for the generator. It's a 10,000 watt Cummins quiet diesel generator. This is running right now, 10,000 watts running right next to me. I hope it's not too loud. It's not really that loud right here. This is for my windshield wiping fluid. And then on this side, I've got my big bugles, I call them. They're the air horns. So they're gonna let that guy in that little Civic know who cut you off, who's the boss around here. And then I'll let you go look at the other side while I'm shutting this up. But on the other side, I've got my hydraulic tanks and systems right there. So you get a good idea where that is. That's an HWH hydraulic system. And if you need to maintain it, that's where you want to go. So one of the things with Mountain Aire, we started with this where we have the windshield wipers are actually hidden behind this right here, just to give it a better, leaner look on that. We've got that Diamond Shield paint protection film going all the way down here, and I think they've just done a great job. Got these heated chromed mirrors right here, just looks really sharp. Yeah, Newmar's done a great job, haven't they? And this finally, just to note this before we go into this keyless entry right here, so I can just put in my code and that'll open it for me. If I want to lock it, all I do is hold down the 1, and that will lock not just my door but all of my cargo bay compartments too, just to keep my valuable safe. So, and then when your friends come, you can they can hit the doorbell, let them know that you're here. So coming in here, we've got a nice little screen door with the brushes on it. I have 2 storage places here, so I've got a lower one and an upper one. This is deeper than this, so you could put your small boots, shoes, flip-flops, dog leashes, whatever you need in there. And this is all lit nicely. And while you're driving, this piece right here, the step cover, comes out and up, so it raises up to make it even with this piece right here. So if you would come in and join me, I'd appreciate it. And so you see, we got pretty good amount of room around here to get around. What Newmar does is make sure that you can actually get into your refrigerator, you can get into your cabinets, your bathroom, all these things that you're going to want to access if you need to while you're driving or while these have to be in. So you have just about full access to using whatever it is that you wish here. And then let me get this one out too. And now if we're looking up top, all of my HVAC, so heating, ventilation, air conditioning, is going to be straight up and down the middle. And the reason that Newmar does that is when the slides are closed, as they just were, we're not cleaning or cooling or heating the tops of our slides. We're actually able to put them straight down the middle, because that's the most efficient way of cooling and heating your coach. So in addition to the 50,000 BTU Oasis system that we have, we also have heating that you can get from the heat pumps on the air conditioners as well. So these are now open. And as you're walking back here, just look at the nice ambient lighting up top. So it's just lots of ambient lighting, a little less direct lighting, so just a more kind of a luxurious look to these. Coming here, so this is my engine compartment. We talked about outside how easy it is, but the mechanic can also drop this and pop this up over here and access the engine from inside here. Looking in here, I've got a little shoe garage back here. Obviously a closet. This lights up automatically. And then here is going to be everything in this coach with the serial numbers and whatnot. Everything on my inverter is going to have their own circuit breakers here. And then my regular circuit breakers are going to be here. And everything is going to be perfectly labeled. The labels are actually over here. So, and then in addition to that, if you needed to access the washer and dryer stuff, it's right back here, the pipes and whatnot. So you can access it through that. And then here you'll notice that I've got two Splendide, and this does vent to the outside. You can see that right there. So what that's going to do is allow me to wash my clothes when I'm out there and camping. I don't have to use the dirty ones that everybody else is using. I have my own ones right here, and I can always keep things going. In fact, I could, as long as I had everything turned on properly, I could actually do laundry while I'm driving down a normal road. So here I've got a little spot right here to put in whatever stuff you want to have around your bed and keep where not everybody can see it. And then I also have two 110 outlets right there, and two USB outlets as well. So, and I can just run my cord straight through this part right here and then put my phones right up there. So just keep everything kind of out of the way, which is the way we want it. And look at this beautiful blue velvety, and let me kind of jump back. The outside of this has the Inverness graphics. We have the Sea Haven decor, which is what you're looking at right here, and then these are the Bermuda glazed maple hardwood high gloss cabinets. So lots of storage space in here. So all these open up. In here I have two 110 outlets right there. And so I can put a CPAP machine in there, and then a place to pop the tubes down, or an oxygenator. I just read that people up in some of these ski towns, the hotels are putting oxygenators in the rooms for the Florida people that live down on the sea level, which was me back in the day. So under this king size bed right here, I have two additional leaves for the table, and then I also have two chairs right there that are made to match. So you can keep these stored away, and just look how thick this base is. Everything is just done so well. Great pneumatic struts right there to make it easy to open and close. A nice 55-inch screen right here. It's going to be a 4K Samsung. And then I have all these drawers, so some small drawers for maybe socks and underwear right here, soft clothes, then exactly the same here. Now I have some really deep drawers. So I've got 4 smaller drawers, 3 deep drawers, and then I have 3 medium-sized drawers that are long, right? So 3, 6, 10 drawers right here, right under this beautiful TV. This nice fascia right here, which is lit from the behind it very subtly. I can also access my Silverleaf system right here. We'll get into that on the other side, but I can access it right here really easily. So, and then throughout the coach, you'll see these panels that I can access most of what I need to from right here. Systems, monitor panel, so I can see what's going on, what's happening. Right behind here is my audio visual controls, plus it's also the control for this. So let me show you this real quick. So we're going to do my shades, and we're going to do this window shade. Bring that up. So now you'll see right behind here is that nice window awning, right? And I'm going to kind of switch spaces here a little bit. So, but if you look, and then I just push this little button here, and then just bring that up. Now, besides looking really cool, these window awnings are nice because if you do have your window open, not that this one you're going to have open, but if you do have one of your windows open, it's going to help minimize any water coming in. But really, for the most part, it just takes that low sun out. Or if the sun's behind you and is glaring off the coach next to you, and then that's bouncing in there, pop that down and you're good to go. So that's just one of those things that makes it really easy. And the places that you're going to need them the most is going to be the bedroom and the living room area, and that's where they are. So right here we have this nice heavy sliding door with a big mirror here. We've also got 2 smoked mirrors on the back right there, and also nice mirrors smoked around here. So you got plenty of mirror coverage for you in the bedroom. So whatever you're doing, or you're changing your clothes or whatnot, you want to see yourself in the mirror, there's plenty of places to do that. So I'm going to walk in here and kind of trade places. Actually, we'll do the bathroom first, and we'll kind of start on the kitchen. So heavy door. So you've got this mid hinge right here, split hinge right here, makes it really easy to get in and out. 3 layer glass right here. So this panel opens up, and you'll see how that has 3 pieces to it. I have an extra grab handle here. Let me get down. And then a nice seat down there. I have 2 places for the shower. So the one is on the floor because we've just winterized this right now, and I don't want it to splatter, but normally you see that up there. That is an adjustable arm. So you can have that lower or higher, but you can also take that off, as you see, and clean any of the lower or the higher parts. I've got conditioner, shampoo, and body wash places right there, and also places to hang little poofy cleaner or a washcloth. And then you'll notice, you'll notice right here, that is my aquamizer. And so what that does is, I've got this heater, the Oasis Chinook heater, that is just massive. It's going to get that water super hot for you. So if you have that activated, what that does is just recirculate that through, and it'll, as soon as you turn the recirculator off, it will give you hot water. Maybe the first 1 second or 2 seconds is going to be what's in that little hose part there, but after that it's perfectly hot. And the benefit to you on that is when you're dry camping, that's when you want to use this, when you're dry camping. When you're city water, don't worry about it because it's just going to go down your drain. It's going to be real quick anyway. But when you're dry camping, you're going to minimize any waste of water. So come in here, lots of little storage spaces for you. So I got 1, 2, 3 cabinets with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to store. So I certainly could get a bunch of washcloths and towels, hand towels, stored in that quite easily. And then I have additional storage places down here and here. So, and then my toilet paper is kind of like out of the way. And when we talked about that vacuum cleaner, well, I can just sweep everything right into that. So for the most part, instead of getting out all those tools, I'm just going to do a quick sweep up. Anything that we might have been hiking and tracking in, it's just going to go right in there. Looking at this, so we have these really beautiful mirrors that Newmar's been putting in that has the nice LED lights coming through the mirror, which really does great on your face if you're shaving or putting on makeup. And then in here, I've got a massive medicine cabinet with GFCI 120 volt outlets right there. And so you can have your curling irons, your flat irons, your hair brushes, your personal shavers plugged in there. And then look at this nice polished solid surface, and this undermount bowl for your sink. It's so smooth. I cannot feel where one ends and one begins. It is just, Newmar does such a great job. So proud to be able to show these. I've got a nice, fantastic Max Air fan right here. It's going to get that humidity out real quick. And then a little towel bar right here to put this on. It's also an ingress-egress door. So if you need to exit in an emergency, you can actually go out right behind that toilet. That opens up. There's a ladder behind that false panel that pops out, and you can go there. You can also use that which is the way everybody uses it, is just to load the rear parts of your coach or your fridge. So really nice. We talked about this. This is the Silverleaf system. This is the first level coach that Newmar has in their luxury lineup that has this Silverleaf system. So you can see from my home screen, I can quickly ascertain what's in my tanks right now. I assure you there's nothing in the black tank except for winterization fluid. I can see my house and chassis battery levels. I can see what I'm getting on leg 1 and leg 2 here for gen set, which is what I'm at. AC power, I can set all that right here. DC generator, I can set my all AGS settings here. I'm not going to waste your time with that, but this can do AGS settings for not just your batteries, but also for your chassis and your house batteries, but also for your bedroom and your living room temperature settings. So if you leave your dog and cat in here and you go hiking and you lose power, you can actually, it'll start the generator up and cool the place down. Or we have our engine block heater you can turn on and off here. I have floor heat, guys. 3 settings, or 3 parts, front, rear, and mid. And I have basically each one of these is 2 minutes. So 10 is going to be your maximum. So it's going to keep that on for 20 minutes straight. If I had it on for 5, it's going to keep it on for 10 minutes, cycle it off, and then put it off. And then I can keep it in the store mode too. So if I have it in RV storage just in my garage and it's cold in the winter, I can keep it right there. All right, so there's all that. Lights, everything is super easy to access. I just click which room I'm on. I have my all lights on and all lights off. Click which room I'm on, and then I have all my light settings here. So, and then my exterior lights as well. So don't want those on anymore, so I'll turn those off. And door locks, vent fan, shades, everything you can access right here. So now, my favorite part, the kitchen. So I have a little storage area right here, and these are all going to be adjustable. So, and then with this right here, these are full slide outs. And notice that dovetail construction right here is all real wood. All parts of this are real wood. And then you can adjust these as well. To lock those in place, you just push them to lock them or unlock them, so that way this doesn't swing open while you're driving. And then down here, man, you might want to put some cutting boards. You might not want to put anything there. These are all removable and movable. So you could have like your couple cutting boards maybe right here, and then just take the rest of these out. Maybe put your coffee pot there, or your Instapot right there. So Newmar is just giving you all the options that you might need when you're accessing this. Oft overlooked, but a little spot right here, things that you might not be using a lot. I think it's a great place for a loaf of bread, honestly. I have no problem reaching it. My wife has no problem telling me, hey babe, can you get the bread? But plenty of space up there. And then here we have our freezer, ice making area right here. So you have multiple places to store your food. And then in here, not only do I have a fresh flow air filter, which will keep it, from getting that funky smell, we also have this water filter. So that way your ice doesn't add flavor to your scotch, your old fashions, or your lemonade. You want to have clean, clear water that doesn't taste like anything but water. This is going to help you get there. So we do have that whole house water filter. Always recommended on those to use kind of a medium one, because we're just trying to take out the main minerals and smelly things from that. And then when it comes down to your actual drinking, that's where we hit it up with that second one. This will lock in place, so that way when you're driving, these don't pop open. And you can set a lot of that from right here. So moving back here, this is what I have at home. This is a residential Whirlpool. I think it's a 1.1 cubic foot, give or take a 0.1 in there. This is a convection microwave, convection roast, and this also has a air fry, a grill, steamer setting. So it just gives you pretty much anything you want to do with this as far as microwaves can go, plus some extra, it's going to do it for you. So really nice. Now the best 21st century way of cooking is going to be on an induction cooktop. So this is the true induction cooktop. This is removable, so you could take this outside where if you want to cook out there. And what's really neat about this, once I have this on, I can set the exact temperature I want and the time. So you can even do slow cooking in this. Put yourself a 6-quart, 8-quart pot on that. Get all your fruits, or not fruits, but your vegetables, meats, or whatever you put in there, seasonings, and then you can set that for like a 6-hour, 4-hour cook on the exact temperature you want, just like crock pot cooking, but you're using your cookware. So on the bottom of both of these covers right here, I have a cutting board. So that gives me the ability to not have to bring an extra cutting board. So this cutting board would be great. My wife likes these kinds. I prefer the wood cutting boards. So what's cool is we could have both of these, and then I could have my wood cutting board stored right down there, right? This is a Fisher-Paykel dishwasher in a drawer. These are so efficient on really cleaning your dishes, but you can also sanitize them this way, so that way everything is going to be a much more pleasant experience when you don't get foodborne illness because you didn't wash something properly. This is a place for your silverware, cookware, like your ladles and whatnot. You can have here. Right now I have all of these controllers in here, and then just plenty of space. And again, that's all real wood, soft close. And then I've got 3 drawers right here, all identical. And these are all soft close as well. And then here, I'm thinking this is where I'm gonna probably put my spatulas, my maybe my pasta ladle in there. But again, more storage space right there. And then when you see these right here, that means your heater is actually coming out of this spot. So that Oasis heater is gonna be warming that area right here. Under the sink, I've got 2 pull-out trays, one for my trash can, one for whatever else you want right there. Little scrubby brush place. And then nice, elegant, modern European styling right here with the flow and the spray. And check this sink out. My God, look how big that is. So I got a massive sink on the left and a big sink on the right. So, I mean, you could wash a small dog or probably a small, like a 6-month child in this thing right here. And yes, I did get washed in my grandma's sink when I was a baby. There's a picture somewhere of that. Right above here in these nice hardwood maple high gloss cabinets, we've got 2 slide out trays right here, and these are going to be right above them are going to be adjustable shelves, so we can adjust that shelf to where we want. And right in here is going to be the owner's manuals, and those owner's manuals are going to have everything in this coach is going to have that. But I'm going to tell you, get an account on Noogle, put your coach in there, and everything that is involved with this coach is going to be on Noogle. So it's a partnership between Newmar and Google. It's going to give you all of that. So yeah, you can bring that with you, and it's not bad to have a hard copy, but I'm going to get on my iPad or my computer and just kind of like download a bunch of those manuals on there, and then I can also access that with my Aspen router system that we have here. And we can also get Starlink. So a lot of people are doing that lately. So in fact, we just, our second tech, Marlon, just got Starlink certified. So with this right here, another smoky mirror, really nice. On this side, I've got this pull-out dinette. So remember those 2 leaves that we had? They'll go right here. These, obviously, are set for sitting right here, so I can just, my wife and I could be sitting right here. I've got a TV that I can see right there if I want to watch TV. But I mean, breakfasts are really good just to kind of talk about what you're doing that day, right? So I have additional storage down here and here. And I think a lot of people are kind of like using this like more kitchen storage space, but really whatever you think you can fit in here is good to go. And then we have an identical spot kind of right here, so you get a good view of that. And notice that what I'm on right now is my slide. So we got 4 slides in this, and notice there's no carpet on this slide. Newmar came out with a Morpholor slide back in 2016 when they put in that star foundation that I was showing you downstairs. So what that means to you is that you don't have to worry about cleaning up that carpet. It's super easy to sweep this. If you get a little mark on that, you can swipe that up really easily. So these are on those HWH hydraulic slides that lift straight up and come in, as you saw when I was doing the reverse of that. Here I've got more storage space right here. So this goes all the way across, and then you'll notice that on each side of this, on all of these, I have this nice carpet. So it's kind of a felt type carpet, a little thicker than just actual felt. It's going to minimize vibrations, minimize your stuff moving around while you're driving. And then you notice that I have all these beautiful day shades down right now, just to kind of maximize or minimize the amount of light intrusion, but also to maximize the beauty of the coach. Here I have another little spot to access. This kind of concludes the kitchen journey. So easy to get to that if you need to, and then you could probably put a couple little things right there. Now, look at this. I have two places to put cups here, and then I can store like whatchamacallits. I can store blankets down here. I can put my remotes right here so I don't lose them. And why would I want the remote? Well, let me show you. Come over here to systems and come right here to TV lift up, because I'm done looking at my neighbors next to me, and it's time for me to look at what's going on. Let's watch some David Attenborough, see some places that we couldn't drive our RV to down in Antarctica or somewhere. So with this right here, I can sit down and recline on. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I know you don't know this, but these are so comfortable. I've got lower back issues. I've got great lumbar support right now. I have some herniated disc from an accident in the Navy. I've got good neck support right here. The only problem I've got is these are progressive lenses, so I'd have to take those off to see this TV. But other than that, man, I wish I could, my wife would let me buy this coach, because this is a true joy. And so kind of moving toward, we're getting towards the end. This right here is going to make into a sofa sleeper, so we can just pull that out. I know you've seen that before, so I won't waste your time with it. But if the grandkids are coming with you, and don't we all want our grandkids with us, you're going to be able to let them have a nice place to sleep right there, instead of in a air mat on the floor or something, right? Now, as a kid, I didn't care where I slept when I was with my mama or my papa. I was all happy no matter where I was. But it's good to also be able to provide that for us. So, and you're in a Newmar Mountain Aire, you want to give your grandkids some of that luxury as well. I have a little bit more storage space right here, and then I think I forgot to show you this right here. So just more storage right here, and that goes over there. And this is kind of broken up a little bit, so it doesn't just look like a straight up corners. You get this nice angles, and then on this side we have little storage spaces on each side of this. And this is a Bose 900 soundbar. This is their top level soundbar with this 4K Samsung television. So lots of storage for your home theater needs. Between that soundbar, there's also a subwoofer here. I think it's behind here, that you have the capability of really having a good home theater experience. Both of these chairs swivel and turn around. So now I can have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 people all in this space talking about things. Where did I get the 10? Well, I've got those 2 chairs under the bed, right? So I can bring those out here as well. So lastly but not leastly, let's come up front, just kind of look at a little bit of this, what the Spartan has given us here. And I don't want to miss some of that, so I'm going to switch my paper here. So with this, I've got this nice tilt steering right here, and then we're gonna just start this baby up. Get those 525 horsepower going. So, and then you'll notice, pop this up a little bit. So right behind this on the lower part, if you can see that, that is my mobile eye. And what that's giving me, that with the Spartan APS, Advanced Protection System, gives me automatic traction control, or it works with that, adaptive cruise control, electronic stability control, collision mitigation. And what that collision mitigation is doing is if somebody, like a kid, runs out in front of you, or if someone cuts you off, it's going to apply up to 50% of your braking power to you. This is telling me right now that it looks like my tires are a little low. It's a cooler day. We just haven't reset them for that. But this has a TPMS system. It's got This is called the Connected Coach 12.3. It's a glare-free display. We've got our comfort drive, easily accessible on this as well. We talked about the 15,000 pound towing capacity. I think I covered all of that, and I think we covered all of this as well. So just let's talk a little bit about comfort drive and how easy this is to drive. So I've got my engine brake. I can turn that on or off, and I've got high, medium, or low. So that is going to allow me to, when I'm going down the mountains, I can adjust this to the appropriate level. Plus, when I'm driving, I can also minimize what gear I'm able to get into right here through that Allison 4000 transmission that we've got here. So I'm going to put that back in neutral though, so as not to scare anyone around me. But yeah, so between being able to control on this Allison what gear I can get into on this Allison 4000 transmission, using my 3-stage engine brake right here, which is a lot easier on your neck than an exhaust brake. I guarantee you that. You want an engine brake, you don't want an exhaust brake. And then with the comfort drive, so if you look, I am in neutral, I am parked, and I am able to turn this with my pinky completely, and then when I let go, it puts it back for me. So I'll guarantee you try that in a non-Newmar, or you do that in one of the Super Cs, you ain't doing it with your pinky unless you're the Incredible Hulk. And what's great about that is when I'm parking, or when I'm trying to park or back into something, my passive steer tag is also moving, and so the wheel cut on this is just phenomenal. I can see everything that I need to see with this right here, and just the drive quality on this alone is just, it's worth it. You've got the Newmar, you've got just, I hope that you come by, check this out. Again, I want to, yep, we're good. So I want to thank you for stopping by. My name is Chris Capper. We're at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado, off of I-25 between exits 235 and exits 240. So you can reach me if you have any questions, comments about this coach at area code 813-333-2988. I'd love to help you make this yours. And I thank you again. Happy trails.